questions, and why don't we start with you telling us a story about your favorite victory? What was it, and what about it makes it your favorite victory?
I have a hard time choosing this one. Passing the Great Lakes Compact was so cool. It was the first campaign that I was involved in when I came to Clean, Wisconsin. And it was so neat because, for a lot of reasons. Great Lakes are really great, and it's good to protect them. And it was inspiring because we would think about and hear about potential scenarios of what could happen to the Great Lakes and with water in the future. And every couple months I hear some new crazy idea of people re-engineering water systems in our country. And lately they were talking about taking water from the Mississippi and just like pumping it into the Ogallala Aquifer, and that would end up being Great Lakes water that comes through Chicago and down the Mississippi. So it was good to do that, and it was inspiring to work with people throughout the Great Lakes states and throughout Canada. So it was really a positive, collaborative approach, and had lots of really interesting legal questions where I could use my law degree. And I always wanted to go into international environmental law, and during law school I kind of thought, I'll never get to do that. Like, it's really hard to get into the UN. But this is international law, and it's international law in action. So it was really fun to do that.
And at home, it's international law in action and where you live.
Exactly.
That's interesting, yeah.
And it was cool that once we passed it through the Great Lakes states, we thought that Congress would take a decade to pass it, but they approved it within months.
Wow.
So everything happened really fast, and it just showed that once you get a ball rolling, even though it might take so much work to get it going, and I can't imagine what it must have been like to try to start doing this in 1998 and take 10 years to get this ball just going through the states. But once you get it going, it can roll really fast. And the amount of effort that they put in just getting people to create it and then get it through the states was monumental. And then I don't know, but it didn't take a humongous effort to get it through Congress.
Right.
So
that's a great victory to keep in mind today when we're, there's so much negativity about the governmental process and can you get anything done. There's an example where you can look back and say, well, you can if you get that momentum going and have that behind you.
Right.
That's great.
Yep.